Hung low like a guilty face, dusty boots trace a lonesome place. Coyotes cry in the midnight air, life is sin, but I just don't care. Whiskey burns as it hits my tongue, loaded six-shooter and a life on the run. The lawman's shadow creeps up my trail, but I'll keep riding through this hellish gale. Out here in the shadows, where the devil roams, the cold wind whispers, it chills my bones. A sinner's path, but it's all I know. In the outlaw's dark, I'll reap what I sow. Black hat low with my eyes on fire, the preacher's words couldn't douse desire. The cards I play, they're worn and torn, a reckless soul since the day I was born. Barroom fights and the gambler's grin, a trail of heartbreak, a trail of sin. Don't look back, I don't make amends, just the road and the night, my only friends. A storm rolls in, thunder shakes the ground, the echo of my deeds, a haunting sound. But I'll ride till the end with no regret, a shadowed outlaw who won't forget. There's a shadow on the prairie where the sun don't dare to shine, a trail of dust and whispers tangled up with time. The wind it moans like sorrow through the needles of the pine, and the past keeps on haunting in this heart of mine. The devil rides the fences, his grin as cold as stone. The cards I played were marked, and now I'm all alone. The harmonica wails a warning as blues drums pound the ground. In this outlaw darkened country, no redemption's to be found. The whiskey burns like secrets down my parched and weary throat. The lies I told are anchors on this rusted sinking boat. Stars are just reminders of dreams that lost their glow in the shadow on the prairie where the lost souls go. The devil rides the fences, his grin as cold as stone. The cards I played were marked, and now I'm all alone. The harmonica wails a warning as blues drums pound the ground. In this outlaw darkened country, no redemptions to be found. The coyotes sing a dirge beneath the blood-red sky, and every step I take feels like another goodbye. The echoes of my choices, they chase me down the trail. A life of sins and sorrow, where the good intentions fail. The devil rides the fences, his grin as cold as stone. The cards I played were marked, and now I'm all alone. The harmonica wails a warning as blues drums pound the ground. In this outlaw darkened country, no redemptions to be found. Hangs low like a bandit's grin, a rusted chain on the old mill's wind. The dirt road's quiet, but it knows the tale of a ghost that lingers by the county jail. Whiskey burns like a sinner's sin, rolling deep where the dark begins. The widow cries where the shadows lie, her tears meet the dust neath the outlaw sky. The sheriff's badge is worn and bent, ain't no justice where the good time's spent. River's black and it swallows sound, hiding secrets in the hollow ground. Whiskey burns like a sinner's sin, rolling deep where the dark begins. The widow cries where the shadows lie, her tears meet the dust neath the outlaw sky. Church bell rings, but it don't bring peace, just the echo of a life released. A pistol's bark and the night stands still, outlaws haunt this crooked hill. Whiskey burns like a sinner's sin, rolling deep where the dark begins. The widow cries where the shadows lie, her tears meet the dust neath the outlaw sky. Where the shadows fall under the moon, hear coyotes call. A six-string on my back, a flask in hand, a lonesome rider on forsaken land. I'm riding the devil's trail tonight, where the whiskey burns and the firelight bites, a sinner's song in the cold wind's wail. I'm bound for nowhere on the devil's trail. As the hooves hit stone, a wandering heart forever alone. The preacher warned me, but I turned away. Now the darkness rides with me every day. I'm riding the devil's trail tonight, where the whiskey burns and the firelight bites, a sinner's song in the cold wind's wail. I'm bound for nowhere on the devil's trail. The ghosts of my past, they follow close, whispering sins, recounting my dose. The pistol's heavy, the night's so black, but I can't stop now. There's no turning back. Stars above, they don't shine for me, just a lost outlaw who can never be free. The blues drums pound like my beating heart on this endless trail where the devil won't part. The sun dips low on a blood-red sky. A coyote howls, makes the desert cry. My boots crunch gravel, the wind's my friend. The road keeps going, it don't ever end. Dust on the barrel, rust on my soul. The cards I was dealt, I'll never control. A sinner's redemption's a long, lonesome ride, but I carry my shadow with nowhere to hide. The bottle's dry, but it drowns my past. Each sip a moment gone too fast. The ghosts of my sins, they dance in the flame. I carry their weight, but I bear the blame. Dust on the barrel, rust on my soul. The cards I was dealt, I'll never control. A sinner's redemption's a long, lonesome ride, but I carry my shadow with nowhere to hide. The harmonica wails like a lonesome dove, singing the pain of the things I've loved. The bluesy beat of the drum keeps time, marking each step of this life of crime. The moonlight shines on my weary face, a drifter's heart, no home, no place. But I'll keep walking till the night turns gray, a dark outlaw's tune in the break of day. like a thief in the night. Shadows creeping slow under pale lantern light. The preacher's voice echoes, but it don't reach my soul. A deal was struck, and it swallowed me whole. The devil's handshake, cold as the grave. A promise made, now I'm a slave. The cards are dealt, and the whiskey flows. In the outlaw's world, mercy never shows. A 6-gun resting heavy on my hip, the edge of danger where I let myself slip. The law's on my heels, but I don't look back. Riding through the night on a cold black track. Thunder rolls, the storm's at my door. I hear the hounds bay, but I'm bound for more. A sinner's fate carved in the land. Blood on my boots and dirt in my hands. Face in the flickering flame. A love I lost, but I carry the blame. The road's too long, the stars don't guide. The devil rides shotgun, never leaves my side. The devil's handshake, cold as the grave. A promise made, now I'm a slave. The cards are dealt, and the whiskey flows. In the outlaw's world, mercy never shows. Moonlight cuts through the midnight haze. Dust settles slow on my crooked ways. The whiskey burns, but it can't erase the shadow of the gallows, its cold embrace. I ride alone where the wild winds howl, a wanted man with a shattered vow. The reaper's close, I can feel him now, under the shadow of the gallows bough. Boots hit the ground in a ghost town square. Every creak of the boards is a whispered prayer. The preacher once warned me, boy, beware, but sin's a load too heavy to spare. The bluesy drums beat like a fading heart. Each step I take tears my soul apart. The devil's waiting, his grin's a dart, piercing through the dark where the gallows start. I ride alone where the wild winds howl, a wanted man with a shattered vow. The reaper's close, I can feel him now, under the shadow of the gallows bough. The noose swings low like a serpent's tongue, for every crime of a life undone. But I'll die with fire in my outlawed lungs, a blue-soaked hymn yet to be sung. There's a bottle on the table, staring back at me. The amber glow of whiskey hides the man I used to be. The moonlight cuts the darkness like a blade, it finds my sins. Out here on the edge of town where the devil always wins. Whiskey shadows on the wall, they're dancing in the flame. Every ghost I ever ran from is calling out my name. The howl of wind, the crack of thunder echoes through my chest. Outlaw dreams and bitter nights, I've done my very best. Boots are heavy on the floor, worn from running miles. Each step carries memories like ashes in a pile. The gun I keep beside me is as cold as my regret. A trigger pulls the stories that I wish I could forget. Whiskey shadows on the wall, they're dancing in the flame. Every ghost I ever ran from is calling out my name. The howl of wind, the crack of thunder echoes through my chest. Outlaw dreams and bitter nights, I've done my very best. Smoke curls in the midnight air, a prayer I never prayed. The weight of all these choices is a debt I've never paid. The stars, they don't forgive me, they just watch me from afar. A man who lost his way with nothing but a scar. Now the dawn is creeping in and the shadows start to fade. The bottles dry, the fire's out, the bed I made is laid. But the road still calls my name, like a lover I can't leave. A lonesome tune of sorrow, a hymn that makes me grieve. Hanging low like a blade in the night. The whiskey runs dry, but the fear feels right. Boots on the floor creak the old wooden planks. The devil's been dealing, and I'm out of thanks. And dust on the barrel, blood on the ground. The ghosts in my shadow don't make a sound. Cards on the table, fate's a cruel hand. I'm bound for the gallows, but I'll make my stand. A howl in the wind cuts through the pines. The preacher's been preaching, but I've crossed the lines. The sheriff's close by, I can feel his cold stare, but my heart's too wild for his cage to ensnare. And dust on the barrel, blood on the ground. The ghosts in my shadow don't make a sound. Cards on the table, fate's a cruel hand. I'm bound for the gallows, but I'll make my stand. The harmonica wails like a widow's lament, each note a reminder of the life I've spent. The fire in my chest burns hotter than sin. If I go down tonight, I'll go with a grin. The stars disappear as the dawn starts to rise. I'm a hunted man with a fire in my eyes. The chains won't hold me, I'm a storm to the bone. This road I've chosen, I'll walk it alone.